Hello, from Scrappy Acres. Putting in raised beds. I found out a couple of things about putting in these raised beds. Sorry, eating lunch. One is that when you do this after a long winter, you out of shape. I'm tired. Two, it's good to let your topsoil sit in a pile all winter long. That stuff turned out pretty good. I'll show it to you. Before we get to that, this is a raised bed I built yesterday. It's a lot of dirt in it. Just logs laying around. I mean, if they're gonna lay around, you know, might as well go to work. So I'll put them to work. This is the next one. It's actually right next to this one. 90 degrees off of it. All the rocks in the background. We got a bunch of wine berries around there, so we're trying to keep the wine berries. And we're gonna clean that up, make a nice area out of it with a raised bed. Even a little rock area right here that's gonna be nice. And there's a couple of wine berries right in it. If you don't know what wine berries stalks look like, they're kind of reddish. As you can see right there. They look like an old green sticker bush bramblebriar. Well, it is a bramblebriar, but it's kind of red and makes really good wineberry. And we got a bunch of them up around here as well. Right in here is a whole bunch of wineberry. I don't know if your camera shows it as good as you can, or good as I can see it. But you can definitely see the wineberry stalks. Yeah, I broke that one. That's okay, there's a bunch in here. So we're gonna kind of leave this area alone and let those wineberries go out. My wife makes some good wineberry jam. Woo! All right, on to the topsoil pile I left. You can see behind me all the work I've still got yet to do. Oh, there's so many down trees and push trees and limbs. We got a bonfire coming up here pretty soon. Gonna be good. That's the topsoil I piled up last year. I did a little road right here, and I didn't want to waste the topsoil, so I put it in a pile. It turned out to be really cool. It doesn't look like much right now. When you go up to it, it just looks like old clay dirt. So you dig down in there just very little, you got yourself some good topsoil. And I noticed when I was filling up the other bed, and I used this as the topsoil, and this is where I cut the next bed, and I went ahead and piled it back up there. I didn't want to lose the topsoil I cut out for that either. But I noticed that there was a whole bunch of worms in it. And that's generally a good thing. And I'll put some pictures up of the worms I found in it if I can figure out how to do that on a video. But the worms that were in it were all near the roots and all the other organic material that I left in there that just dug up with it, the grass and leaves and everything else and all the roots. That's where those worms were hanging out. Everybody's eating that stuff. And you can see all the worm castings were in there. It was pretty incredible. It should be really good dirt. Cool. Well, lunchtime's over. Nothing left of the apple. Gotta get my butt back to work. Thanks for dropping by. We'll see you soon. Hey, postscript. Question. Why am I making raised beds? Plenty of good land out here. Why am I making raised beds? Well, I have some things I want to put in the ground. I want to get some more topsoil, so we'll do, some alfalfa, clover, wheat, things to build up some topsoil. But here is the real reason, the number one reason. I'm going to get to it, folks. Because my wife wants them. And if she wants them, well, we have raised beds. Bye.